Okay, so another really, really important one on mindset. So buckle in, guys. Get your notepads ready. Get your pen ready, and make sure you come and rewatch this a couple of times. So we're going over 10 mistakes you need to avoid. Number one is being too keen. So saying things like, "I will exercise for 2 hours per day, 7 days a week. I will never eat fast foods again." This is usually the kind of people that set their goals on a January 1st occasion and that'll last them about a week. And it's because they're not reality. They're being way too over keen with this. This thinking is all wrong. Goals are driven by the willpower that you have at that moment. It's so important to be realistic about what you want to achieve, and most people are just not physically or mentally prepared for drastic lifestyle changes. Willpower is one of the most overrated things. Habits, on the other hand, habits are what allow people to successfully implement lifestyle changes. And you will all hear me and Roseanne go on about habit changing. Make sure that you change your habits and build it into something it's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it anymore because it's turned into a habit. And then that habit turns into that routine is just part of your week and day. So building any habit is difficult. So it's important to make sure that it's easy at the beginning. The habit should make it easy to succeed. So an example for somebody who wants to get stronger would be to do one push-up per day. As long as you're getting 1% better every single day at whatever you're trying to get better at, then that's progress. Instead of going, I'm going to do 100 push-ups day one, which is not realistic and it's just literally going to set you up for fail. So for someone who isn't familiar with what needs to be done and wants to lose weight, support is where you start. Don't start small. Specify what it is that you want to do. Look at what your goals are in the long term. Don't focus on a short-term quick fix goal. Start small, be specific, and look at it as a long-term sustainable approach. Get away from the idea of losing 5 kilograms in a week. Think more about losing 10 to 20% of your overall weight in a year and keeping that off. Those are the kind of things you need to look at. Realistic expectations. So many people yo-yo diet for years and years without ever making any improvements. And the reason is because they don't have programs that they can stick to, which differs from person to person. So you don't go and start a program that's on the internet because that's not for you. It's not going to work for you. Everyone needs a different approach. Everyone has different things going on in their lives and different goals and different body composition. So the first thing you need to do is stay away from any other program that is not specifically for you. And having someone like us to help you goal set is a great start to doing this. Vague goal setting. This is a big one. So things like I want to get fit, or I want to get strong, or I want to lose weight. These are all common goals people have, but what do they all mean? How do you know you are stronger? How do you know when you have done well or when to tighten up your nutrition? Get more specific. Say things like, I want to lose weight. Change things from I want to lose weight to I want to lose 12 pounds before Christmas. And I want to get in shape. Change that to I will do 20 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Then the next step is having the right calculated diet and training for you personally. Don't do something that's built for someone else, or don't do the templates that are on the internet it's not built for anyone. It's just a program, a random program. It's not going to work. Not knowing your why. So there's always days that you will feel down, that you feel tired, you feel lazy. The last thing that you want to do is work out. You just want to stay in bed when the alarm goes off and hope that the day just passes by. On these days, you need to know the why behind your goals. Why are you going to the gym? Why are you eating healthy? Understanding your why is going to help you during these tough times. But if you have no reason why you're doing it, chances are you're going to stay in bed for the whole day and you're going to watch that day pass by. And it's going to be a waste and you're going to get no closer to your goals. You're probably going to get further away. So now you know your goal. Ask yourself why you want to achieve this goal. Keep asking yourself until you find the real reason behind improving yourself. Is it so that you can actually play in the park with the kids without getting out of breath, or look in the mirror and be proud of what you see? These are deep reasons behind why you are training, and these will help keep you going on those tough times, which you're going to have. Be ready for them, get used to them, but have a reason why on the goals that you're trying to achieve, instead of just saying, I want to get here. I want to lose 50 pounds. Why do you want to lose 50 pounds? Because you want to be fitter for the kids and look after your overall physical appearance and be happy with who you see in the mirror. Lack of accountability. This is probably the biggest one. And this is why we as coaches have a job. So if you miss a workout or eat a meal that you know is not good for your goal, it won't matter because nobody will know any different. Not having someone to be accountable for you lets you roam free with no consequences. And you'll be saying things like, I'll skip tonight's session, but I'll make up for it later in the week, which you won't. I'll just have a little slice of cake and I'll get back on track tomorrow, which you won't, because you have no one to be accountable to. And to be accountable to yourself, you need to be a totally different beast to only be able to be accountable to yourself and get somewhere. So these little things add up and will destroy your chance of success unless you have someone to keep you accountable. Get a workout buddy. Get an online coach. That's where you will change this accountability and this mindset, because you're not just showing up for yourself, you're showing up for someone else. Make sure to check in I make sure to check in on our clients every single week, at least twice. If that client needs me to check in on them every single day, I will check on them every single day. And it's not because I'm babying them, it's because I want them to get to where they want to be. And if that means that they need someone to pop into their chat once every day and say, how's your day going? Have you done this? Then I'm going to do it. A good coach will do whatever the client needs to get them to the results. And at least I check in my clients twice every single week. And them knowing that I do that makes them much less likely to skip and stay on track. If it's a paid coach that will go above and beyond like we do, the chance of skipping is very small. Let people close to you know what you are trying to achieve and allow them to help you as well. Because if you just keep your cards close to your chest and people look at you and you're not having that piece of cake that everyone's having and they don't know why, there's no support or accountability around you doing that. People will just push you to do it. If you tell them and they understand what your goals are and what you're trying to work towards, people will probably tell you to stay away and help you, because then that's what a real friend or supportive person would do for you. But if no one knows what you're trying to achieve, then they can't help you. Believing everything you hear. So these are the people that take pride in trying to stay up to date with the new trends in fitness and exercise, which is 90% bullshit. It's all money grabs. So don't read into too much of what you read, because it's just media, it's hype. So these kind of people like to list the benefits of drawbacks of certain diets and exercise routines, yet they aren't in shape themselves. They believe the mainstream fitness information. Fat is bad, whole grains are bad, carbs are bad, cardio is best for fat loss, and girls shouldn't lift weight. These are the kind of things that you'll read on Google if you type in fitness tips or something like that, and it's all bullshit. You need to stick to the facts, the proven evidence. So you need to find a coach like us who only work through evidence-based training and evidence-based nutrition, who has got proven results. You've seen them. You guys have seen all our results. Not all of them, actually. You've seen a fraction of them. We've got proven results, and we've got people that are actually telling their stories and living the dream that they've always imagined. They're staying in shape. They're not just getting to a quick fix result. So follow advice from people like us and stick to it, because we love nothing more than helping people get to their health and fitness goals the right way. Neglects nutrition. One of the biggest things in weight loss is that you can't just put 50% effort in and expect a reward. Majority of other things in life you can. You can still put in 50% and you get 50% reward. With weight loss, you need to put at least 80% in, especially with your nutrition. It's one of the only things in the world that you have to put more than 50%, or you have to put, like, you don't get a return on your 50% effort. So nutrition. Avoid neglecting your nutrition. These people believe that as long as they exercise, it doesn't matter what they eat. All they need to do is exercise more. Food is food. This type are usually super fit, like the triathlon crowd, yet always have excess body fat. So I cannot stress enough the importance of nutrition. You are what you eat. Food is not just important from weight loss point of view, it also plays a huge role, an important role in the day-to-day functioning of your body and your long-term health. Brain fog, energy, sleep, stress, all of these come down to making sure that nutrition is on point with a bunch of other things. So don't just half-ass things. Give it 80 to 100%, and you'll get to your goals no matter what. If you're only giving it 50% effort, you're just going to spin the wheels and get nowhere. Start taking your food seriously, guys. Invest your money in your health and fitness and good quality unprocessed food. That's not to say you can't have you can't have treat food. I want you guys having treat food. 25% of your intake should be treat food, but 75% of your intake should be from quality whole foods, unprocessed foods. If you're worried about cost, buy food in bulk. Be smart. Shop around. Go have a look at the catalogs. Like, I'll go to Woolworths for some foods, and then I'll go to Coles for some foods, because I want to make sure that I'm getting the specials and being smart with how I buy food. Because there's lots of resources online for eating well on a tight budget. It's just an excuse that people use. Oh, it's going to cost too much. Yet these people spend $5 a day on coffees and $30 every couple of days on takeaway. The program hopper. This is a very common one. When I first started training and I wanted to try everything, every month it seemed that there was another program that would get me better results. Every single month there's a new diet, or there's a new program, or there's a new way, there's a new this, new that. They're all money grabs. When you jump from program to program, you never give yourself enough time to master any movement properly. Spend time learning and letting your coach understand your body. Learn the basic movements like squats, deadlifts, push-ups, row variations. These are all fundamental human movements that have a positive crossover to your daily life. It's going to help with posture. It's going to help with your overall functionality. But if you just keep program hopping and going from this to this to this to this, because this sounds better and all these people are talking about this, and this has started to get absolutely marketed to the shithouse, because this company's got a whole lot of money to spend on putting ads in front of your face on shit that doesn't even work, because they're after your money. That's all they want. They don't want results. They might get a 12-week result from you, but then you bounce back. 90% of people bounce back into a worse position than when they started. Isolating muscles. Those who believe in spot reduction spend half their time in the gym doing crunches, believing it's the best way to get abs. And I know that you've either thought that or you know someone who thinks that. You can't spot reduce fat. Doesn't matter how much exercise you do in strength training to a certain muscle, it's not going to make it any less fat. What's going to make it less fat is eating less calories than your body is burning, and making sure that you're tracking how your body is responding to certain things and making adjustments as needed. These people also spend a lot of time doing bicep curls to build up their arms. They do specific exercises to grow muscle groups or lose fat. After each session, they do 30 minutes of abs, yet still don't have any definition and grow frustrated. So you'll see 50 to 80% of the people at the gym that you see doing abs they don't have abs. It's not because they don't have strong abs. Yeah, they've got super strong abs. They've been training them a lot, but it doesn't make them more like you can't see them better. It's because the only reason they don't have abs is because the fat that's covering them. They're not willing to learn how to get rid of that body fat, and it's not from doing ab work. So the problem is that unless you lose the belly fat, you're never going to see them. There are so many better exercises to get bigger arms or to get abs that's going to burn the body fat to get the abs, and it's going to shock the muscle to get the biceps. So do compound exercises. These things are very functional. Squats, deadlifts, push-ups, pull-ups, things that are using more than one joint. That's a compound movement. Things that's only using one joint. So for example, if you're doing a bicep curl, the only joint that's moving is the elbow. Whereas if you're doing something like a chin-up, your elbow joint and your shoulder joints are moving. Squats, your hip joint and your knee joints and your ankle joints are all moving. So there's a whole bunch of muscles that are being recruited to do that exercise. And this is going to work on a whole instead of just focusing on isolating one tiny little piece of a muscle. So if you want abs, the most important exercise you should be focusing on is what you put in your fucking mouth. Diet will have the biggest impact on how your abs look. As you know, as everyone knows, diets are made in the kitchen. Lack of time. Now, unfortunately, this excuse just doesn't get enough, just isn't enough to justify your lack of success with exercise and nutrition. It comes down to prioritizing the important things in your life. So there are thousands of people out there with kids, jobs, social life, who still have time to stay in shape and eat good food. You need to change your mindset. Instead of saying, I don't have time, why not say, where am I spending my free time? Maybe the 1 hour on the social media or TV a day could be spent sorting out my exercise and nutrition. And don't tell me that you don't spend 1 hour on TV or on social media. I know you do. The statistics are out there. Your health is your wealth, and it should be a major, major focus of yours. So don't come up with the excuse of I don't have time. Create time. Take away things that are getting you nowhere. There's a lot of time and effort that you're putting into things that don't matter. Too much research. So these people spend hours and hours each week reading fitness articles and different nutrition resources. They don't feel like they are ready to begin until they know the most efficient way to exercise and eat. So instead of starting, they keep putting off the lifestyle change until they are ready. And they're never ready, because you can never stop upskilling yourself with fitness resources and research. And you're just going to confuse the fuck out of yourself, because the amount of stuff that's out there these days, there's not just one way that works. There's optimal ways that should be implemented, but too much research is just going to confuse you and make you not pull that trigger. You're never going to be truly ready to change the way that you eat and exercise. Starting is the key. Once you start and you make mistakes, you learn what it is. You learn what is the best path for you to follow. Not just the fitness and nutrition, but in every single aspect of your life. Just start. Get out of your comfort zone and just start. The key to success is action. Effort equals reward. Any successful entrepreneur, any successful fitness person, any successful whatever it is that they're good at, they started in something that they didn't know how to do. Now they're really good at it. Reason being, they took action. If you have the best program and nutrition plan in the world, but you don't do it, how is it going to be useful to you? You need to know how to stay consistent, how to build the right habits, the right routines, the right perspective, a reason why you're doing it. You could literally be given the best program in the world and not know what the fuck to do with it and how to use it properly. Because it's all about mindset. So stop waiting for the perfect time and start today in anything. I'm not just saying health and fitness, but whatever it is that's been on your mind that's like something that you want to do, just fucking start it today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, right the fuck now. Because if you don't start, you're getting further and further away. Time does not wait for you. The only thing that waits is you putting in action. And the sooner you do that, the sooner you reach your goals. So I hope you guys have learned something from this. Make sure that you rewatch it, write some notes, reread your notes, put them somewhere you're going to see them, and implement that into your life. Don't just listen and learn and not implement, because that's just a waste of your own time.